All right, we are going to continue with unit conversion, but now we're going to use US units. Now, as we can see from this little chart here, US units are a lot harder to remember. We don't just get tens, it's all sorts of numbers. The good news, though, is you will not need to have any of these memorized. This list of unit conversions will be given to you. So you don't need to have it memorized, you just need to know how to use it. For all of these, I'm going to set them up as fractions. So we said 1 foot equals 12 inch. So I can either write it out as 1 foot over 12 inches. I could also write it the other way. I could write 12 inches over 1 foot. So that's how I'm going to do these unit conversions, is by expressing them as a fraction. So let's use that feet to inches. So I'm given 180 inches. So whatever I'm given, I'm going to write that with the unit, and I'm going to put it over 1. Now I can use either one of these. What I have to figure out is which one do I want. If you remember when we did multiplying and reducing fractions, we saw how to reduce. I can do that with units too. So in my question, the inches is on the top. In order to cross it out then, I need to have the units on the bottom. So I'm going to use the version that has inches on the bottom so that I can cross inches out the same way that I would cross out a number or a variable. If we check then, the only unit left is feet, which is in the numerator, and I want to get feet, and it is always implied that I want in the numerator. So that is how I'm going to check that I have that fraction the right way around, at which point that means I'm taking 180 divided by 12, and I get 15. So my answer is 15 feet. All right, let's try another one. I've got 30 feet, and I'd like to convert that to yards. So I'm going to put 30 feet over 1 in my question, and we're told that 1 yard is 3 feet. But we know we want feet on the bottom. So again, 1 yard is 3 feet. I'm told that here. And again, I've got the feet on the bottom, so I can cross them out. So this time I'm going to do 30 divided by 3, and I get 10 yards. All right, let's try 5 feet to inches. So again, I'm going to put 5 feet, that is a very sloppy 5, sorry about that, over 1. So I'm still going to use this 12 inches as 1 foot, but again, I need the feet on the bottom and the inches on the top. So that means I'm going to use this version, 12 inches over 1 foot, because again, I want to cross out the feet and end up with inches. That means this time I'm multiplying, because they're both in the numerators. So as long as I have this fraction set up correctly, my problem should tell me quite clearly what I'm supposed to do. And here I get 60 inches. So let's continue. I've got 12,320 yards, and I'd like to get miles. So my next one, I want miles on the top and yards on the bottom. And I have to scooch this up real quick. Now I know how many miles are in a foot, so here I'm going to have to work a little bit harder, because I also know how many feet are in a yard. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to scratch out the little miles, and I'm going to put feet. So I know that there's 3 feet in 1 yard, and then I'm going to put another multiplying, where I've got now miles on top and feet on the bottom, because I know there's 1 mile to 5,280 feet. So here I've got to do two things, because I don't know how many yards are in a feet. My little chart doesn't tell me that. So I've got to do 2 things here. I've got to take 12,320 multiplied by 3, since they're both on the top, and then divide it by 5,280. Just to double check, I've crossed out the yards, I've crossed out feet, I've just got miles left, and on my calculator, I got out 7. So we might have to multiply more than one thing. All right. right, let's try capacity. So I'm going to go from from pounds to tons, and I've got a little statement there. So 18,000 pounds. So again, I want pounds on the bottom and tons on the top. So 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, I'm told that. So let's take 18,000, divide it by 2,000, and I get 9 tons. Let's try going from pounds to ounces. So 8.25 pounds, and scrolling back up, I'm told 1 pound is 16 ounces. OZ is ounces. So I want the pounds on the bottom and the ounces on the top. So again, it's 1 pound and 16 ounces. Again, I've scrolled past that, but again, we are given that in our chart. So 8.25 times 16, I get 132, and that's in ounces. All right, I've got 2 more of these. Let's go from fluid ounces to cups. So 312 fluid ounces. So again, I want fluid ounces on the bottom and cup on the top. And scrolling back up, 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So 312 divided by 8, I get 39 cups. For those of you that ever do baking, you might see that if we're trying to bake. And then finally, let's go from quarts to gallons. So 62 quarts. So again, we want to cross out quarts so it's on the bottom and get gallons. And scrolling up here real quick, 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So 62 divided by 4, I get 15.5 gallons. So again, we will have to know how to set these little fractions up, which again tells me whether to multiply or divide. Again, that list of unit conversions we do not have to know. That will be given to us. So this is unit conversion with US units.